Then they returned to Jerusalem from the mount called the Mount of Olives, which is near Jerusalem, a Sabbath day's journey away. When they had entered the city, they went up to the upper room where they were staying. That is, Peter, John, James, Andrew, Philip, Thomas, Bartholomew, Matthew, James the son of Alphaeus, Simon the Zealot, and Judas the son of James. All these were with one mind, continually united in prayer, along with the women, and Mary, the mother of Jesus, and with his brothers. During these days, the number of people who were together was about 120. When the day of Pentecost had arrived, they were all together in one place. Suddenly, a sound like that of a violent rushing wind came from heaven, and it filled the whole house where they were staying. And tongues like flames of fire that were divided appeared to them and rested on each one of them. Then they were all filled with the Holy Spirit and began to speak in other languages as the Spirit gave them ability for speech. Now there were Jews living in Jerusalem, devout men from every nation under heaven. And when this sound occurred, the crowd came together and were bewildered, because each one of them was hearing them speak in his own language. We hear them in our own languages, speaking of the mighty deeds of God. And they all continued in amazement and great perplexity, saying to one another, "What does this mean?" But others were mocking and saying, "They are full of new wine." But Peter stood up and proclaimed to them, "For these people are not drunk, as you suppose, since it is only the 3rd hour of the day, 9 o'clock in the morning. On the contrary, this is what was spoken through the prophet Joel. And it will be in the last days, says God, that I will pour out my Spirit on all humanity. Then your sons and your daughters will prophesy, your young men will see visions, and your old men will dream dreams. I will even pour out my spirit on my male and female bondservants in those days, and they will prophesy. I will display wonders in the heaven above and signs on the earth below, blood and fire, and a cloud of smoke. The sun will be turned to darkness, and the moon to blood, before the great and glorious day of the Lord comes. Then everyone who calls on the name of the Lord will be saved.